Hello, everyone. Eddie here again, and today I want to talk about one of the places where our hard earned tax dollars are going. I was actually reading some articles and I came across one that pointed to the White House.gov, and I was a little bit shocked, so let's jump into it. So you can see that this is the White House website, and kind of up here at the top, um, talk about how Democrats have shut down the government, and so I was like, whoa, I wasn't expecting to see that. And so if you actually click on that, it takes you to this little countdown timer here. So far as of this time, it's been 15 days, going on 16 days, and then you can kind of view how it impacts you. So let's go to Texas, and you know, says uh, decline of 1.4 billion. Um, talking about SNAP benefits, really interesting. And then they says that Americans don't agree with Democrats' actions and these letters of support. So it's actually a pretty huge list. Let's take a look at this one. American Council of Engineering Companies. And so this says ACEC President and CEO Linda Dar released the following statement to the government shutdown. The American Council of Engineer Companies urged lawmakers to find a bipartisan solution that ends this unnecessary disruption to our economy. It's interesting because the way the White House is portraying it, I would assume that it would have been bashing Democrats. Very interesting. And the reason I say our taxpayer dollars is because I did a video about how HUD had something about, the Democrats that caused the shutdown. So let's keep in mind that these government sites are funded by our taxpayer dollars, which shouldn't be going to making some type of partisan attack. But I want to jump to what actually brought me here. If I go to news and I believe articles, yeah, radical left CNN stunt fails to distract from their shutdown stranglehold. So now we actually have an article on the White House saying, and I'll just read like one or two paragraphs, but it says, last night's CNN clown show starring Alexander Ocasio Cortez and crazy Bernie Sanders was nothing more than a desperate smokescreen to hide the brutal reality of the Democrat shutdown. Make no mistake, Chuck Schumer and his band of obstructionists, on orders from the radical left lunatics in control of the party, deliberately shuttered the government to extort their socialist agenda at the expense of hardworking Americans. President Trump has taken decisive action to ensure service members get paid and critical nutrition assistance programs for low income women and children remain funded. Meanwhile, unhinged Democrats are threatening litigation rather than doing what they were elected to do. Their hypocrisy knows no bounds, even as workers go unpaid and essential services grind to a halt. And last night's spectacle only reinforced how hypocritical Democrats really are. Okay, so I'll just you can go to the Whitehouse.gov and you can read the rest of this. I'm actually I'm actually really stunned. I'm kind of almost at a loss for words because the fact that they're calling Democrats hypocrites is really rich. I mean, that's really rich. But what I really want to go back to, the reason why I even did this video was that, does anyone else find that really crazy that the White House website is being blatantly partisan? I mean, the left lunatic Democrats, the Democrats are shutting down the government. I mean, I hate to always do sometimes about the whataboutism, but seriously, if Barack Obama had did this, I think people would be erupting and going crazy. I mean, this is really silly stuff here. I I I, I just don't understand how our taxpayer dollars. I mean, if you want to get rid of waste, fraud, and abuse, this is one of the things right here. Because, do like people did in the past. Make your case to the American people rather than trying to actually use government entity websites to bash one political party. I am really stunned because this is way, way outside of the norm. This is out of the norm. And again, I would go back to Barack Obama. If he had did just 1% of what Trump has done. I mean, keep in mind, I have to say my line again. Barack Obama's greatest sin was that he wore a tan suit in the office of the presidency. I mean, that is one of his greatest sins. A tan suit. How dare he? And yet, you know, we look at this, and I mean, just even looking at the wording, the crazy Democrats, the left lunatic Democrats. Does our president actually write this himself? Seriously, I just think that with people beginning to really hurt, with our military personnel staying in the food pantry line in uniform, needing assistance for food, the resources in this particular case could be far better served than trying to bash one of the political parties. I'm just saying, we are the people. This is our government. In the past, we've often said that, government websites like this should not be partisan, because at the end of the day, they are there to serve whether you voted for this administration or not, whether you're a Democrat, a Republican, or an independent, or whatever name another political affiliation. It is there to serve you. It is there to give you information, not to bash one side. We really do have to take a step back and say, this is not normal. This is not cool. This is a little bit unhinged, because that's not how it's supposed to be. But, if anyone can show me in the past where, the other side did something like this, you know, I would look at it. I would probably review it, and then if it's true, I would probably say, that's right, but it still doesn't make it right. Because at the end of the day, again, these websites are meant to give us, the people, information we need to help us stay informed. They're not supposed to be partisan. President Trump is supposed to be my president, even though I did not vote for him. And that's something that he just seems incapable of learning. At any rate, just my opinion. I would love to hear yours in the comments section. And once again, if you all keep watching these videos, I will keep creating them. Be blessed.